Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Indie News. We're going to quickly switch over on our YouTube channel to the correct screen. But my name is Mr. AnderSiN. I am the Indie Advocate, also known as the Indie Devil, because I will tempt you with my tales. You can follow me at indieadvocates.com, which covers me. You can also follow me at Mr. M.R. AnderSiN, AnderSIN. This is our Thursday show, so it's a longer show. We're going to dive into some awesomeness. This is going to be the news for December 20th. For those not watching live, this is us talking about all the amazing things happening in indie comics and all the going-ons that you might or might not know about. So let's dive in with the news program by going to our link in our menu, the Indie News link, and see what's happening. And then we'll jump around and check out the group, check out what's going on in other places. And here we go. So, of course, we're on the news program. You guys have an exclusive first look at the Advocator Presents. What's the Advocator Presents? Well, let me explain it. I'll even give you guys a preview right now. So here's the Advocator Presents. It's a Kickstarter that we've been working on, bringing to you. And the explanation of it is right there. And I did something cool. I wanted it to look cool, so we did something. Hopefully, the rest of the team likes it. I did this last night. I gave the Kickstarter our unique feel and look to it. The Advocator Presents is a collection of short stories from indie creators who have their own pre-established franchises, now offering continued stories of the characters you have fallen in love with and may even gain some insight into those characters. For some of our creators featured in this volume that you are already a fan of, you get new stories that have never been seen before. It should be new story. I'll have to fix that. The Advocator Presents is a new way to advocate for creators and their creations by allowing and challenging them to create new stories within their worlds and then advocate for each other on the Comic-Con highway. A great benefit of this project is that the creators are all equal in this project, and all creators will get an even share of printed books. No one creator profits over the other creators outside of the hustle of sales at their tables. And of course, that means that everyone who sells the books are going to wind up being able to profit over it. The ones who hold on to their books at home will never profit for them. And in this edition, you guys can see we're going to have the Grim Rims Crossing. We're going to have a Binary Star story. We have a Mary Revised. We have a Not Broke Down Yet story. We have a Welcome to the Void. Oh, this is supposed to be Welcome to the Void Zero. I've got to update this. And the Ancient Story of Noah. I've got to fix that. So a couple of things that we have to fix. We're still getting it perfect, and we're going to get it there. Super excited. We're going to get it out finished today, hopefully. And we definitely are launching tomorrow. So join us tomorrow as we're excited to say that the Advocator Winter Edition will be live the first day of winter. How cool is that? So back to our newsfeed. We have a superhero with autism, which is super cool. That's going to be available on Amazon. So if autism has affected your life and you always wanted a representation of a superhero with autism, this is the comic for you. And I think it's coming at just the right time. Especially for kids with autism, I think it'd be great for them to see that. Tainted Love #2 is here. It's by Art Belfield, sorry. And he's now growing interest in it, and he's been sharing it around, so take a look at it. We have a throwback of one of Wayne's podcasts. Comics Portal is DC Universe, The Future of Comics. It's an interesting one. You guys got to check it out. Of course, this link takes you to the actual homepage where you can listen to it. Something new. What if Toy Story was a slasher film? Say what? That's right. You guys can check it out for yourselves by just going to that link right now. And of course, we filmed and hung out yesterday for Kickstarter Talk. The new format seems to be gaining interest. And of course, the new format is everyone gets 1 minute of their video played. And then at the last half an hour of the show, if time is available, because it's a 1 hour show now, we talk, we do things, we look at things. Yesterday, I think that we spent some of our time actually looking at the Advocator, and we did something else. Oh, we watched some of Brian K. Morris's show, because we went a whole hour. And he had Clever Title Pending, and I want to be able to do things like that. Of course, the more Kickstarters we have to talk about, the less time we'll have at the back end of it. But that's okay, because the show is about Kickstarters, right? The Advocator, not one of my finest moments of filming video in history. As I was filming it, I was definitely getting a bit distracted by a bunch of things I still had to fix, but it is what it is. That's what live videos are. They're not always the best. Chris Clareton's 7 Deadly Questions may just be your noir story, a throwback thread. So we're bringing back the 7 Deadly Questions. I have a list of creators I'm going to wind up interviewing, so I'm excited about that. And are you ready for a table? This is a great article to read. I'm actually going to reread it and go back over it, believe it or not, and kind of give it a look and probably update it. So I'll actually open it today and make sure that that's on it. I want to fix up some things and make it more after all the experience I've had now after 50 some cons, and really add to it and see what advice I can give. So I'll add that onto my to-do list of things I want to get done. So that is the news that was. Just going to write that down. So that was the news of the day. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff that came out this week. Brian K. Morris is still looking for votes on his amazing cover for Bachelor's Grove. Check the book out. Vote for the amazing cover artist and let them get some recognition. That's something that doesn't happen a lot, recognition for cover artists of books. Now on Kickstarter, Zen and the Infernal. And of course, later on today, you're going to see some exclusive insight later on in the day from this actual Zen project. And first, rough sketch of Org and the Spirit. That's by Sean Delaney. This is kind of cool to see it. That book is blowing up. Nightmare Oasis is now on paperback via Amazon. Check out that amazing book today. Luchadores, Rey Diablo, and Ava del Frigo are about to throw down with the vampiric queen Rockador and horde of zombies. Wow, that's exciting. Monday Art Break gave it to us from Chris Mad. Thank you, man. Amazing crossover. Did not see that one coming. And it kind of makes sense because the Turtles have crossed over with Batman now. So how didn't I see that coming? Virtual Comics by Nomad Variant Cover. This is coming out on February 1st. Stay tuned. The Starfall Saga and the post-apocalyptic action drama comic. I think that's not supposed to be together. I think that was just a typo from what we got. Besides fighting her depression and her life falling apart, Creek has the Viacat cult hunting her. And Beast King 3 is coming to Kickstarter in January, and now you can get the White Willow and the expanded universe that she's in on Indiegogo, but for a limited time, so act now. And a creative process, fuck your comfort zone, an important throwback thread. All right, so let's look into what's going on our This Week in Indie Comics, and I don't think we have anything this week's exits. We just have the past couple weeks because there's nothing going on this week, to be honest with you. There's really not. I think that we have this one forecast from a couple weeks ago. We're going to clean them out, start over for 2019. I think that we have one more weekend of the year next weekend, and I think there's actually a show in Virginia. We're going to go over to Convention Scene right now and check out what's going on outside of our coverage. So why don't we do that? We'll go over to conventionscene.com and see what's what. Super excited to get into 2019. I got some big shows coming up, but this weekend, only thing going on is the Mumbai Comic-Con. We will film a Kickstarter forecast, and we're just going to put up a Christmas tree. That's how so you don't even tune in. We're just going to do it to be academic because that's what we do. We film no matter what it is. There's a Mumbai Comic-Con to talk about in India, and Convention Scene will get promoted. So there you go. That's the deal. And then next week won't be a big show either. It doesn't look like we start turning up the heat until mid-January, to be honest with you. So let's see what happens. All right. So let's head over to Now on Kickstarter. and see what we have still going on. Give you guys a look at the Kickstarters because this is going to run all weekend. So, oh, that's weird. I'm going to have to look into that. So this right here should have updated. I'm going to have to. For those who don't know, WordPress went into Guten, and it's been nothing but problems. And apparently, we're having a problem now too with something. I'll figure it out later on because it should have. Maybe it's just that we're small. There it is. All right, let's see what's going on. So this shit, yeah, this number is wrong. So I think we're at 9. So we're officially at 26,958. And I don't know why that's not updating automatically. Sometimes it does it. I think it's because it's in a second place. But yeah, announcing today we're so close. Share it with your friends. Let's get to 27,000 before 2019. I mean, literally, we're only talking about 42 people, so that's obtainable. Let's get there. All right. So now on Kickstarter, let's go over the amazing stuff. Remember, $1 shows support, attracts attention, helps on project, supports creators, and creates new worlds. And Kickstarter for the independent creator is now available on Amazon. Help Madeline and Holly Rising. Get help from Madeline Holly Rising, I should say, and author Christian Shin, who is the illustrator, and learn how to successfully fund a project today. And of course, we have the must-read list. This is the creative must-read list for books that you should be reading. We'll be adding to it in January. Featured Kickstarters this week, I believe. Yep. Congratulations to Moon Girl. She just recently successfully funded, so congratulations to them. I believe we will see if he has any more time. Argo 5 has just a few hours left. Iznani has 10 hours left, so you guys can get Iznani, The Were Spider, The Ballads of Rawhead, and John Henry. Argo 5, Volume 2, the paperback tradeback collection is now available. These are both ending today, so act now, including The Couch, which, again, only has a little bit of time available until it... Oh, no, it is funded. The Couch is officially funded. Congratulations to The Couch. We'll get that out today, celebrating it. And click here to get Zen on Kickstarter, Zen and the Ephemeral, a comic about wellness and spirituality. I know I'm saying that wrong. I can't think of how to pronounce it. You'll have to excuse me. Cybergirl Lita, issue 3, is now available on Kickstarter, along with Grey Hat, a weird Western issue. Get hot comic book art on Kickstarter right now by clicking the link right here. Racy Star is racing to get off Kickstarter. This is a graphic novel and animated series Kickstarter. The Rock and Roll Express is tagged on to Kickstarter to win your fandom. This is from the WWE Hall of Fame comics. John Crawford, the wrestling historian himself, has written that. Guardians of Alroth is available now in Indiegogo. Actually, it's not Kickstarter. This is an Indiegogo. And Chronicles of Villain are also available. It's a gritty tale from one of the most dangerous people on a mission to destroy each other. The Guinevere and the Divinity Factor, a new dark urban story in the vein of Harry Potter and the Great Gatsby, is available now on Kickstarter. And Bad Sushi canon novel is available on Indiegogo. I Am Watching You is also on Indiegogo. A horror screenplay adapted to graphic novel detailing a family of four's encounters with a stalker. And Leave the Lights On. They make sure that you back the Kickstarter now and find out the electrifying truth behind this character. And of course, we talked about the White Widow's expanded universe on Indiegogo, and here it is now, your way to get it. Tainted is now on live on Kickstarter. I love it because it deals with some adult, very difficult topics, and that's important as creators, that we do all the amazing stuff that we can do. So a lot of exciting stuff. Of course, we will be adding, as soon as it goes live tomorrow, the Advocator. You guys are going to be hearing about that a lot. We've covered it all. This is the next to last week of 2018. Super excited about it. Merry Christmas to everyone. We will have a news program tomorrow at 11, but it'll be light, and it'll only be on exclusively. The Friday programs of the news will be exclusively on Facebook Live. The reason for that is that I'm going to probably be traveling on Fridays for Comic-Con, so I want to kind of preset a precedence where I do things, a quick video on Fridays and talk to you about certain things going on the weekend. Probably Comic-Cons and like maybe a couple comic Kickstarters that are about to end. I'll probably carry a list with me just so I get it all right. You guys will see a quick live video, and if I'm home, I'll do it from home. And tomorrow you'll more than likely see it from home. So it'll be a little more expanded, but it won't be on YouTube. It'll be exclusively for Facebook Live. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you after the presents are open. We'll talk about presents that you can buy yourself on the next Kickstarter talk, filming this Wednesday. Tuesday, we will film The Avocator. We can spend Christmas together for those people who don't have anything going on or just want to escape their family. Come hang out on The Avocator on Christmas morning at 11. I know 11 is when the news is supposed to go for Tuesday, so we might move The Avocator to 11:30. Have the news be the lead-in for The Avocator. So we'll probably handle it that way. We'll figure it out. We're still getting the schedule down just perfectly. And quick look at all the things from our Facebook group as we leave. I'm glad I remembered it. I like to look at what's going on, see if anyone added anything. Oops. Oh, no, we got it. Here it is. Okay, and then we got the link to the autism thing, which is super excited. We have a cool review, apparently, from Pipe Dream Comics in the UK about a wheel return to Paris. Some Zen insight that will be on our site a little later today. And, of course, we saw some of this from Art Bayfield. And, of course, here's the cool Metal Ninja Studios Joel talking about his cool comic book. And I'll give you a quick look at it. It's super cool. He's got some interesting stuff. You got to watch the video, of course. And Brian K. Morris was live today. And if you don't know who Brian K. Morris is, guys, you guys are missing out. Never mind the furthermore is awesome stuff. Seriously, you can put your links in there and he talks about your stuff and you don't even have to pay him. How cool is that? It's kind of what we do on the Avocator, except we wind up showing the link a little bit more and you don't need to see my face. Brian is much cuter than I am. And yeah, here's the 2019 schedule I was talking about. We talked about this the other day. We'll be having the news brief at 11, the Avocator at 11 a.m., and I only just realized that they are conflicting, so I'm going to have to figure out. I think we'll do 11:30. We'll either do 11:30 or Tuesdays I'll start the program with news maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen, though. We'll figure it out. I think we'll just leave the news at 11 to make the Avocator 11:30. Unless we have a special guest, and then everything goes to hell. But we do that for our guests. And, of course, here's just a final countdown to Argo Comics. Time is almost up. 18 days left on Guardians of Elroth. And there was a review. Someone got a cool review. How cool is that? 5-star review. And Charles Dickens and Charbol and El Bandito's Power Out Love, they're playing video games on their break. So that's kind of cool. And that's it, guys. That's the news for today and for this week. So cool. We're heading into 2019 now. This show has been successful enough for you guys to miss it when it wasn't on. People are asking about it. People have asked to have their stuff featured on it. I did not see any comments today, which is not unheard of. Hopefully people get used to it being in the morning and start to give us stuff to talk about. And if not, we still have enough to cover. The news program doesn't need to be interactive. Just needs to be informative. Ciao. To you too, my friend. And that's it, guys. All right. So you can check me out again at Mr. AnderSiN, even on Facebook. Just go to Mr. AnderSiN. There you go. And there I am, the Indie Devil. And you can see my amazing page. And then we'll check out the Avocator real quick. And this is how you follow me and stay in tune with all the things that I do. There I am. You could do that. You could check out the Avocator. It also has a page. Oops. So what we want to do. Do this way. Don't you hate when you're trying to type something and it doesn't let you type it? Finishes shit for you. All right, here we go. The Advocator. I think we have 500 likes on the page just about right now, but you can help us make sure that we get over it. I always feel like an idiot because I can never find where the likes are, and then suddenly it jumps up in my face and tells me how many likes it is. I know I have 357 of my friends who like the page, but I don't know how many people currently like the page. I think we're around. Oh, I'm an idiot. We just saw it, didn't we? 454 likes. Help us get to 500. Like the page today. The Advocator launches tomorrow, and I'm going to leave you guys with a Merry Christmas. Bunch of art. We'll do art. We'll do art here. Merry Christmas art. Just for you guys. Images from Google. All right, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And let's see if we can get that cool. There was this picture of Elf on the Shelf. Let's see if we can get it. If anyone has actually. Let me see. This would be so cool if we could make it work. We can't. It's not happening. So there's this picture of Thanos standing over a bunch of dust. And it was the elf hat right on top of it. But can't win them all. It's on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mr. AnderSiN. It's been my pleasure to advocate for these amazing projects that have been mentioned on the show today. Please subscribe to indieadvocates.com and become an advocate yourself.